Okay, so it seems that for Qualifier 3, the match should be starting soon. The two teams are on the red alliance, 18477, the Big Brain bots, and then 2343 Omnitech. And on the blue alliance, there's 7988 Newt and 20123 Cryptic. So yeah, this is the third qualifier of the day, and cohort 2 should be, I think, 10 matches, or yeah, I think there are 12 matches actually. Okay, so it seems the robots are currently getting set up on the field.
Yeah, we're only missing one team, I think.
Yeah, it seems that we have 2 of the 4 teams here already.
I think it's 3.
Yeah, 3 of the 4 teams here already. Yeah. Hello, Aisha.
It looks like all the teams have set up their robots on the field.
Yep. Hopefully the match will be starting shortly. It seems that only one of these teams have a team shipping element.
Yeah.
The other teams are using ducks. I definitely think using a team shipping element is like a very worthy thing, because even if you're not going to cap with it,
you still get
it gives you 1 extra duck, and also the preload level, the points double for getting it on the right level.
It looks like the randomizations are set for match 13. Hello?
Okay, the match has started. It seems the Blue Alliance has already crossed into the warehouse. Red Alliance is trying to make a preload. Let's see if they get it. Oh, just barely missed.
It actually landed on the lowest level.
Yeah.
Well, Red Alliance gets a park, and so does Blue Alliance.
Yeah. Both pretty high scoring autonomouses, actually.
Yeah.
Good to see.
3, 2, 1. Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Blue Alliance seems to be trying to cycle the shared hub.
Yeah, they seem to be getting slightly stuck on the barrier.
Yeah. Red Alliance, I think, just picked up a duck. I think
Yeah,
they
looks
might
like
be
it's
trying to-
one of the teams on the Red Alliance is having a bit of trouble getting started cycling in the warehouse.
Yeah,
Hello, everybody.
on the Blue Alliance is
Hello, Ronnie.
Oh.
I think Blue Alliance got a mineral. And we
Blue
already
Alliance.
have one right on top.
Both alliances have scored one on top already, and actually, on the Red Alliance, they scored a duck, which is, I think it's pretty unique. But I think it was mostly because their alliance partner was almost blocking them on getting into the warehouse that they decided to just score the duck from the barcode instead, which is honestly a pretty smart idea. I think a lot of teams sort of overlook that sometimes, that ducks are free and you can score them as well.
Yeah, and I think ducks are actually a really good fright to be able to score because they're really small, so you can fit a lot of them on top. Because you've already seen some teams fill up the top layer.
Yeah, it looks like on the Red Alliance, we have one team that's waiting at the carousel for endgame to start. So hopefully we'll see how many ducks they can get. And now endgame starting.
Yeah, Blue Alliance is... Both teams are going towards the duck. Blue Alliance has already scored, I think 7 fright on the,
level.
yeah, on their, shipping hub.
Yeah,
Or 6, I guess.
Alliance is having some trouble getting to the ducks. Team 7988 seems to just be moving in like the same spot, and the match is over.
Yeah, it seems to be a pretty close match. Both teams are within 12 points with one another, so I guess penalties will make the difference. Let's see what the refs have to say.
Yeah, I didn't really see any penalties, but like,
Yeah, overall it looks like a pretty clean match.
Yeah, for sure.
The Blue Alliance definitely dominated in terms of scoring on the hubs, but they were having some trouble getting the ducks at the end, while the Red Alliance was able to get 7 ducks. And oh, it looks like a penalty was actually just applied to the Red Alliance.
We'll have to see what that's for. Do you guys know what it was for?
I didn't see it. Guess we'll find out in a bit.
and it looks like the Blue Alliance has won with 78 points.
Yeah, that's a really
Red-
high score.
Yeah, the Red Alliance got 50 points of penalty.
I think that's really what made the difference.
Yeah.
In Autonomous, Red beat Blue barely by 6 points. In Driver Control, Blue beat Red. And then like a big one was in Endgame.
Yeah,
Red scored significantly more than Red. Significantly more than Blue, but the real killer to Red's score was their 50 points of penalty.
Yeah.
So it's gonna looks like they got a major and 2 minors most likely.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, sorry, it was actually 5 minors.
They might have just like knocked a ton of freight out of the warehouse.
It's also possible they got they got 2 freight inside of their robot and it just got stuck. I'm definitely interested to see what caused that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And those minor penalties are assessed every 5 seconds. So, you know,
Yeah.
if there's 30 seconds left in a match, then you'll end up accruing 6 more penalties. So it's totally possible that a team may have gotten multiple freight stuck in their robot, and then throughout the entire game they were able to just, you know, rack up a bunch of penalties.
Yeah, so it looks like that's actually what happened. One of the teams on the Red Alliance had 2 freight in their robot, and they just had 5 minors applied for that.
Yeah.
On the Red Alliance, we have 11,695 Day Java and 21,223 Cryptic. On the Blue Alliance, we have 18,103 Nth Degree and 7,988.
These are some interesting names though. Day Java.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one of those creative names. It looks like they've called a timeout, possibly because of a repeat team. There does need to be 5 minutes in between, like each match for each team.
Yep, we are seeing back-to-backs a lot because of these small cohort sizes. In cohort 1, I know Wizards played like 3 matches in a row, and we did that too at our last qualifier.
Yeah, but definitely good practice. But if something goes wrong in those matches, it's really hard to fix it in that short period of time.
Yeah, that's definitely a time when consistency is going to be really important. You know, not having to fix things with your robot in between every single match. It's going to be like a big advantage when you're playing in these tiny cohorts. But hopefully at States we won't be having as much of that issue.
Yeah. Recently we haven't been having eliminations. It's just been like top 2 or 3 teams advanced to States, right? I hope at States we'll have elims, because like I like elims. It looks like Blue's having some issues with their robot. Hey, is Blue setting up next to the docks?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they are doing. I mean, that's an interesting strategy. We've seen a lot of teams just set up their robot right next to the ducks, and they'll just shoot forwards and, you know, like drop one duck off and then just back out and park somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, definitely it makes getting that duck in auto a lot easier.
Yeah, and a lot more consistent.
Yeah, for sure.
Ups are definitely looking popular for shipping elements here.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think.
so you can see
Are they
Blue
all?
team-
Yeah, all four the teams have cups. Which having the same shipping partner definitely makes capping easier.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially
And it looks
since
like in terms of setup for the Blue Alliance, we have one team very close to the warehouse. Looks like maybe they'll just go straight for a park, especially since they're a thin robot. So it looks like they'll be able to go straight through that gap. And their partner is actually lined up like right at the carousel.
Yeah.
I mean, Blue definitely has probably has a handle on that autonomous on those on working with each other during autonomous, right? Chances are they're not gonna collide with each other. However, it looks like Red might both be going for that shipping hub in autonomous. We'll have to see what they do.
Yeah. It seems to have a top level randomization. So if these teams do score on top, there's definitely a lot of points to be had.
Absolutely. I mean, top level randomizations have really led to a lot of high scoring matches, right? Because maybe some teams might just always drop it into the top goal in order to score those extra points, and that's really tough to add whenever there's been a top level randomization. I mean, at -1 earlier, right? They got a pretty high score of 236 in
Yeah. Yeah, top level randomizations are definitely a cause for a lot of high scores this season.
Yeah.
Oh, so actually, surprisingly, on the Blue Alliance, we have 18103 going to attempt to score on their Alliance hub. They weren't able to do that, but they were able to get a duck.
Yeah, it looks like Red Alliance has gotten a full park in the warehouse.
I think they have a partial park in the
103 has to rely on like that human status in order to align your right. Definitely lined up perfectly with the shipping hub in order to be able to score on there.
3, 2, 1. Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
It looks like Blue is trying to pick up the freight that they missed in autonomous.
Let's see if they can get it. It seems they do. Let's see if they scored on top though.
Yeah, they have scores on top.
Their arm looks pretty long. I actually wonder, like where they were before, it almost looked like they were about to try and score on the shared hub from the sort of outside angle, which I haven't seen a lot of teams do.
Were you allowed to score from the outside angle?
Yeah, on the shared hub. Like because I see a lot of teams that are going on the shared hub, they try to go like straight from their warehouse towards the shared hub, but not a lot of teams actually go like around closer to their alliance hub and around the middle to get to the shared hub.
Yeah, the only team that can do that is, I believe, AlphaGo this season. It worked out pretty well for them. I think that's definitely a good strategy for bigger robots that can't really fit through the gap.
Yeah.
Like one of the robots on the Blue Alliance may be disconnected.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be moving. One of the Red Alliance robots is waiting at ducks for endgame.
Yeah.
And Blue seems to be going there too.
Let's see how many ducks these teams can get. I think that's definitely the decider of who wins this match because they're within 1 point.
Red didn't align properly for ducks in the beginning, so they had to spend some valuable time realigning there.
Yeah.
For match 19, we have 17971 Helix Hackers and 20343 Omnitech on the Red Alliance, and 20123 Cryptic and 16922 the Queen Bees on the Blue Alliance.
Yeah.
It looks like most of the teams are already set up.
I'm interested to see. Actually, it's interesting to see Cryptic here by themselves without their sister teams, right? Exponential, and sorry, I don't remember what the other one is, but they have 3 sister teams, right? It's interesting that they're here by themselves, actually, because a lot of the time, right, like in the first cohort, there were several .exe teams that were that came from Wizards.
Yeah, also like Thomas's team.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, like they are sister teams. They're all just like in one, like they were all just in one cohort.
That's right.
Yeah, and like
Same thing with iLight actually as well.
Actually, I'm not sure if all of RoboCabs were there during the first earlier, were they?
I think it might have just been RoboCab's Gold.
Yeah. So it's definitely interesting to see like how a lot of the sister teams here aren't exactly like together for this specific qualifier, huh?
yeah, like I feel like you should split sister teams up like into different cohorts, like especially now because there's like 4 cohorts per comp to reduce COVID stuff, right? Because like
Yeah, I mean, sister teams are able to opt into being in the same cohort, and I think the reason is like transportation. If you guys all like are in one area, you don't want to drive 3 separate times to go to different cohorts.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Looks like all the robots are ready to get the match started.
Oh yeah, it seems the other sister team to Cryptic and Exponential is Epsilon.
Okay. And it looks like the randomization has been, I think it's top? Wait. I think it's top.
Yeah, so we do have 3 slots to the World Championship. With this new system, every region is guaranteed to have 2 slots. So like in previous years, there were a lot of regions that only had 1 slot to Worlds, so only the Inspire Award winner would advance. But now with there's only 1 Worlds instead of 2, so each region is guaranteed 2 advancement slots, and bigger regions will get more advancement slots. So Chesapeake actually is a pretty big region, so that's why we have 3 slots right now, and there's a slight chance that we might actually get more.
Yeah, we're actually, I believe, the second biggest region, right behind Michigan.
Drivers, pick up your controllers.
I think we're definitely up there though in terms of region size. But I think
1.
California
We're bigger than NorCal.
Oh,
I'm not 100% sure though.
yeah, but I mean Michigan's absolutely ginormous though.
Yeah.
They're like,
And it looks like 16922 might be trying to I don't know, play defense. They're just like standing next to the other alliance.
yeah, it seems so.
Yeah, it looks like they may be trying to get into the other warehouse, but are struggling. And I might be wrong, but oh, never mind. I thought for a second there was 2 freight in their robot, but I'm wrong about that.
But they may have gotten a penalty there, knocking over the other team's team-specific scoring element there. Well, it depends on if it's consequential by the refs, because it doesn't look like either of these 2 teams have really been scoring, doing the cap during endgame.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Is that like a alliance cap? Because it looks kind of like. It looks like 16922 ran over something and now it's kind of smushed. I can't really tell what it is.
Yeah, I think that was their shipping element for the Red Alliance.
Actually, yeah. Somebody in chat said like first Chesapeake is supposed to be 2. The funny thing is, we're actually like 4 areas. We're like West Virginia, Maryland, and DC. So like,
Is part of wait, isn't Delaware part of this, or am I?
Isn't. It's actually pretty funny because they're their own region with spots, but they only have like 11 teams. So it's really interesting that they aren't also part of Chesapeake.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, but you know, without First Chesapeake, there really wouldn't be FTC in Maryland, so we gotta be thankful for that.
You know, absolutely, and you know, it's really been amazing to be able to continue doing FTC.
Yeah, and it looks like Red Alliance has won off Ducks with their 9 Ducks, which I think like Ducks this season are really important, and like they're a pretty easy way to get a ton of points.
Wow, so these 2 scores are pretty high as well. We have one team breaking 100. Let's see, yeah.
So it looks like results are in, and the Red Alliance will win 102 to 93. In Autonomous, Red Alliance scored 39 to Blue's 19. Driver control, Blue has had an advantage there, 19 to 38. But in endgame, Red Alliance was able to get 9 ducks, so that's 54 to 36. But they did get a minor penalty.
And for the next qualification, we have Team 11695 Deja Vu, Team 17476 Mathtronics on Red Alliance, and 20123 Cryptic and 18477 Big Brain Bots on Blue Alliance.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
It also
seeing how these teams
gap
score.
Yeah.
It also looks like at the moment there's a pretty big gap from first and second place to third and below, because
Yeah, it's a 200 point gap.
Metal Masterminds both have over 600 ranking points, which means that they've scored on average over 120 points a match.
Yeah,
So it's definitely interesting to see if people can beat that.
Yeah, I think their scores are both definitely hugely brought up by that Chesapeake record they got with 254, which is very, very impressive.
I mean, and it really shows their sister team synergy, right? I mean, it's possible that they may have had a little bit of practice together.
Yeah, being a sister team can definitely.
Yeah. I can kind of speak on that factor because I'm part of my team is part of like a group with 3 other sister teams, right? And like the last qualifier, we got matched with each other like a ton of times, and like those games we just got a lot of points. Right?
Yeah. You guys averaged like.
We averaged like 160, didn't we?
Yeah, it was really impressive. Yeah.
Yeah, like. That's why I feel like sister teams shouldn't be in like the same cohort. Like I know it would be like harder to like for transportation, but I can say that for the past week, right, we've been like trying to practice with each other like for that competition. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, really, at the end of the day, right? It's a trade-off between like, you know, competition and like logistics, and I think like, especially right now, it's really hard for a lot of people, right, to like figure out their logistics, especially because of like, you know, the COVID situation and like running multiple cohorts. So I mean, I think it's perfectly fair that, you know, a lot of these sister teams are coming in together.
Yeah.
Looking at Cryptic, I think their drive chain is actually a 6-wheel drive.
Yeah.
I'm wrong, but I think the 6-wheel drive chain is like definitely very good for crossing the barriers.
Yeah. I feel like this qualifier we haven't seen many like robots at like full speed, if you know what I mean. Like they all seem kind of like slower than usual.
That could actually, well,
in driver control.
yeah. I mean, I think that definitely going slower is definitely like a pretty good strategy, I'd say.
Yeah, but like if you really want to score a ton of points, like you got to move fast.
Yeah, and I think that has to do a lot with just practicing.
Yeah, like I feel like practice is like one of the biggest factors for points. Like yeah, it's just like I don't know what to say. Yeah, practice.
Drivers, pick up your controllers.
Oftentimes, teams
Three,
have like a
2,
robot that has like
1.
really strong potential, right? Like it's almost there, but a lot of the time, like they just don't quite have like that driver practice dialed in. So
Yeah.
it's like really hard for them to score those. Like the robot, maybe like it can score those really quick cycles, or it can do like, you know, a lot of the ducks during endgame. But if, you know, you haven't practiced with your human player and like you're in the middle of a match, and you know, a lot of the time like the nerves and it really gets to you, right? So sometimes it's hard for, if you don't have a lot of practice, to actually run your robot to its full potential, right?
Yeah, like at the last comp that we were at, I was the human player. That was like the first comp I actually did ducks at like in the competition setting, so I was like super stressed out. And like during 2 of the matches, I just like missed a few of the ducks. Like the ducks just flew off the carousel because I put them too far out, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and I mean, actually, looking on the blue alliance, it looks like 18477 is scoring some really fast cycles here.
Yeah, and it looks like the 20123 may have disconnected.
Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, that's actually a really unfortunate spot to disconnect in, right?
Yeah.
Especially because now they probably can't get the balance bonus from having a balanced alliance hub.
Yeah, it depends if they're touching it. It's a little hard to tell.
Yeah, I can't really tell from here, but you guys probably make that call.
Yeah. So
Yeah, this even also is pretty difficult.
yeah, it does look like 18477 is doing pretty good at, on their own with the ducks and stuff, right?
Yeah, for sure. This could possibly be the high score for this cohort. I
Yeah.
think it actually is going to be.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think that's the high score for the.
Yeah, they couldn't get parking, or else it. And now the judges are checking if it is touching the hub. It looks like Red Alliance has gotten a ton of penalties this game. I think it might be from holding freight on their robot.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I've just seen their score just dropping, and then like they only got 20 points of penalty actually, and it looks like that will be it. I think that is the highest score.
Yeah, I think it is the cohort high score.
Yeah. And it seems that it turns out 20123 was not touching the Alliance shipping hub, so they did get that 10 points for balance. So for qualification 22, we have 18103 nth degree and 20123 Cryptic on the Red Alliance. I think Cryptic's this is their second match in a row. And on the Blue Alliance, we have 7988 Newt and 16922 the Queen Bees on the Blue Alliance.
Yeah, let's see if Cryptic can
get another scoring match.
Yeah, I mean, I think Cryptic
definitely
definitely has
interested in
the
seeing
potential to
if-
move up to third place here.
Yeah, Cryptic. I think both of them do actually. They are both within 100 points, so they could definitely do it.
Yeah.
Cryptic is within 60 points, and then nth degree is within 80 points. So
Yeah, that's
interesting.
should be interesting to see. Like, is this their last match? It's kind of hard to tell. Can't remember.
Well, I believe the last match is the 24th.
Yeah, match 24 is the last match of the.
So this is the third to last.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I have just received information that from last match, the Red Ducks, the Ducks from the Red Alliance weren't counted because they landed on the robot, which is like something you have to be aware of because like, wait, if you get Ducks on your robot, doesn't that count as freight?
Yeah, it does.
Ducks are considered.
Ducks are in your robot that counts as free, yeah.
Yeah, so like, you have to be aware of that and try to knock the ducks off your robot. Or else you might just like get a ton of penalties and not get the points counted for the ducks.
Yeah.
So I mean, it looks like Big Brain Bots is actually probably in the biggest like the best situation to be able to move up to third place, and I think they have a pretty strong chance of keeping it.
Yeah, like I just realized something. I haven't seen many Red Alliance wins this cohort. Like it's just been like Blue Alliance dominating.
Has it?
Yeah, I feel like it has.
Maybe.
I don't really know why. I just feel like Blue Alliance has been winning more.
Yeah, it looks like maybe only Red Alliance actually has those cup caps.
It's on its cup cap. It looks like all the teams have set up.
Yep. Well, this is definitely there are 3 teams in this match. I think that can move up to third place.
Yeah, but like it's gonna be hard to tell if they can keep it because there's 2 more cohorts after this, right?
That's true. Yeah, there are quite a few competitive teams in the ladder cohorts as well. So
we get bottom randomization for this one. Like I feel like bottom is the second easiest randomization after top, and it's just because like bottom is like the widest one, and like
Thomas, there have been 6 blue cohort wins and 3 red cohort.
yeah, I was right.
Yeah, so I think there's a bit of an unbalance here.
Yeah.
Red Alliance has gotten the bonus from the freight, and it looks like they have a full and a partial park in the warehouse.
And it seems blue has one partial park.
Yeah.
The interesting thing with like a lot of these parking is that they're requiring a lot more full parks this year, especially over previous years, right? Like
Drivers,
how in,
pick up your controllers.
Skystone or Rover Ruckus, they really
3,
only like
2,
well, actually,
1.
Rover Ruckus there was a hang, but in Skystone, you really only had to like use a tape measure or something in order to park on both of the parking requirements, right? Both in autonomous and during endgame. So we saw a lot of those being used in
Yeah,
order
like-
to get those parking points.
Yeah, like this season tape measures are being used to like do tapping and ducks at the same time. At least that's what I've seen in a YouTube video.
Yeah. Definitely really interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely a really interesting design. And it looks like 18103 is picking up freight from the other warehouse.
Yeah, this is a defense strategy I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to see that they're doing it in qualifiers.
Yeah, like it might not be defense, and it might just be so that they can cycle easier or something, like so they don't bump into each other. It looks like Blue Alliance is getting ready to do ducks. Yeah, Red Alliance has gotten a lot of cycles this so far. Both alliances look like they're ready to do ducks.
Yep.
And Endgame has
Wow. Endgame has Red is really scoring high.
yeah, Red is getting Red might get the new high score this game.
They have 10 right on the top. I think that's the 11 now. I think that's the most we've seen.
Yeah, they've already hit the 145 high score, and they keep on going. Like these ducks, like they give a lot of points,
Yeah, and they're still scoring on the high. This is really
and they get a full and a partial park in and they might break 200.
maybe.
It does not seem like it. If they had tipped the shared shipping hub, they probably would have broken it.
And they were pretty close though.
Yeah, like
Definitely a very impressive score.
Very
Yeah.
close.
very, very close. Yeah. And I think that pushes both of these teams into the top 4.
Yeah, I believe so. They're third and fourth place. Yep. Top
Yeah.
four.
I see like Blue has a 1 point in driver control, and like I find it funny when like something just goes into that the I don't know what it's called, like the little square in the back,
Yeah.
like I just find it funny. It's just like
Yeah, it seems that every single season they just have some way of scoring that everybody.
yeah.
Like last year was putting rings on wobble goals. This year it's.
Oh yeah, rings on.
Yeah, so I mean, actually, I know a couple teams did go for the rings and wobble goal. So I think RoboCal's Gold actually had a mechanism for that during endgame.
Did they? I've never seen that before. So.
Yeah. And I always feel like they have like a very big scoring mechanism. Like they have like a very big thing you can score with an endgame. Like this season it was ducks. Last season it was the wobble goals over like the edge.